on the field now coming into line before the start. Old Timer first, then Organisator, Foil, Certain Swagger, Grinding Speed, Arrow, and the flag is up. They're all in line, and they're off and running in the 106 My Lady's Manor. A quick sprint away from the start. At the front, Grand Manor, as expected, has the lead over the first, Certain Swagger. 3 lengths behind him. Then comes Arrow on the inside, Grinding Speed. Mark Beecher getting a hold as they disappear briefly out of sight down in the bottom, and will emerge through the cover in just a moment. Early leader, Grand Manor. Back into sight, and it's still Grand Manor at the front. 4-length advantage over Certain Swagger. Arrow still right there in third. Then comes Grinding Speed. 3 horses across the track there. Al Marmouk, Foil, Organisator, Ballyleafin, and they disappear into the cover once again as they'll continue along the bottom and towards the water fence next. Showing the way in the early going, Grand Manor. Onto the water fence now, Grand Manor by 2.5, Certain Swagger. Then Grinding Speed jumps right into third place beyond Arrow as they head down towards Pocock Road. Foil right in fourth. Then comes Organisator, Al Marmouk, Ballyleafin beside him, gap of 1.5 to Ebenor, and your early trainer is Old Timer as they're over the board fence and running along Pocock Road. Only about 15 lengths front to back. With the early speed of Grand Manor asserting itself here as they'll turn back towards the center of the court. And is Grand Manor still by 3 over Certain Swagger. Running nicely there in third, Grinding Speed. Then comes Foil, Arrow in between horses, Organisator. Then Al Marmouk, Ballyleafin, and at the back now is Ebenor. As they head down the hill and back towards the cover, the big testing post and rails before the hill. Grand Manor flashing his speed at the front, and 4 lengths. Now he's lost it now. Old Timer with a big move as they disappeared into the cover. Your leader, Old Timer, now by 3.5 over Grand Manor in second place. Then comes Foil in third, Grinding Speed in fourth, keeping those close to him. Then Arrow on the inside, Certain Swagger on the outside. That's Al Marmouk. Then comes Ballyleafin, Organisator, and Ebenor is the trailer as they mount the top of the hill and come to the posted rails here in the chute, coming to the steward stand. And Old Timer with the lead by 2.5 over Grand Manor. It's a cavalry charge behind them. Advantage lies with Foil, Grinding Speed in between horses. Certain Swagger, Al Marmouk on the outside, Ballyleafin as they begin to pick up the pace. And then it's Arrow, Organisator, and Ebenor at the back. Past the steward stand and onto the board fence, Old Timer still with the lead. Right behind him, though, is Manor, and the whole field closely bunched, waiting in anticipation as Pocock Road once more, and we'll make the turn back to the steward stand. Timer, 2.5 over Grand Manor, another gap of 3 to Foil, then 1.5 to Grinding Speed. Then there's Arrow, Organisator, Ballyleafin saving ground there nicely on the inside. Then comes Certain Swagger, Organisateur, and your trailer still Ebenor. Old Timer continues to show the way. Grand Maiden marking him carefully there, just 3 lengths behind. And up and over the next, Old Timer, but only by 1.5. Grand Maiden right there. Grinding Speed lurking in third, just another 2 lengths back. That's foiled to his outside. Then comes Arrow in between horses. It's Ebenor. Ballyleafin on the inside. Organisateur getting closer now. And at the back, it's Certain Swagger. Down the Jarrettsville Pike they roll. The stack fence will be next. And it's Old Timer clinging to the lead. Now mounting a challenge on the outside. Grand Maiden in second, but overtaking him for second place now is Ebenor. Organisateur right behind those 3 as they come to the second last. Old Timer gamely trying to hold on to the lead. At the last, in the middle of the course, it's Old Timer. Here comes Ebenor. Ebenor charging towards the last. Ebenor at the lead. He's up and over that one. And now it's going to be hands and heels to the wire. And it's Ebenor closest to the steward stand. And they're not going to be able to catch him. It's Organisateur coming with a late run. But Ebenor is your winner of the 106th running of the My Ladies Manor. Organisateur in second place, Old Timer in third. And our field, the flag is up. The field coming into line across the course. They're all in line and they're off. Adios Diablo goes right to the lead. 5 lengths to the good of Henry Son, who's there in second place. Then 3 across at the first fence. Lemony Bay now pressing on into third. Our Town in between horses. Heroic Royal on the other side. Then comes Cannon's Call as the field dips out of sight along the bottom. Adios Diablo, your early leader. Back into sight. He's still at the front, but the margin closer to 8 now. Adios Diablo over the stack fence. Lemony Bay in second place. Henry Son to his outside, now moving up. On the inside is Our Town as they disappear into the cover and head to the water fence next. Adios Diablo by 5. Lemony Bay in second. Then comes Our Time and Henry Son in fourth place as they get ready to make the turn along Pocock Road. Adios Diablo, your leader by 5. Lemony Bay, tight hold for Connor Hankin there in second. Then comes Our Town. Heroic Royal, Henry Son, Cannon's Call, Canyon Road, second to the last, and West is Best is your trailer. Up the hill on Pocock Road, now turning back towards the center of the course. And as he has been from the drop of the flag, it's Adios Diablo. A 3-length lead over Lemony Bay. Then comes Heroic Royal, our town, right next to him. Gap of 3 to Cannon's Call, another gap of 2 to Canyon Road. Then comes Henry San, another length and a half back. And West is Best is the back marker. Back through the cover and on to the daunting post and rails that preface the hill, and Adios Diablo still on top by 3. Lemony Bay in second place. Heroic Royal jumps right up alongside of him. Saving ground on the inside is Our Town. Now Cannon's Call advances up just 3/4 of a length off him. Now another gap of 1.5 to Canyon Road. 3 more lengths back to West is Best, and now Henry San has assumed the role of trailer. As the field mounts to the top of the hill, the black post and rails coming towards the steward's stand. Adios Diablo is your leader. Lemony Bay still in second place. Heroic Royal moves up alongside of him. Just a gap of 2 to Our Town. Then another gap of 1.5 to Cannon's Call. 2 more to Canyon Road, then 5 to West is Best. And Henry San now 5 lengths at the back of the field as they pass the steward's stand. Onto the board fence next, same as it ever was at the front. Adios Diablo is the leader, and tightly bunched behind him, Lemony Bay and Heroic Royal. Then right behind those two, Our Town and Cannon's Call. Canyon Road moving up closer now, as is West is Best. Henry San still at the back as they're heading towards the loop here. And Pocock Road, Adios Diablo, your leader, but only by 2.5 lengths. Lurking in second place, Lemony Bay. Just to his outside is Heroic Royal. Then comes Our Town and Cannon's Call. Barnmates running as a team. Then Canyon Road, West is Best, and Henry San. Adios Diablo continues on at the front, but the posse is closing in. 5 contenders within 6 lengths of the lead, but it's still Adios Diablo as they come to the fence at the top of Jarrettsville Pike, and Adios Diablo now running on 2 lengths. Here comes Lemony Bay on the outside. Heroic Royal staying with him. They've got 3 lengths on Canyon Road, who's made a nice move from the back. Then it's Our Town, Cannon's Call, West is Best, and Henry San at the back. Field rolling well now as they're heading down the pike towards the stack fence. Still a slight advantage at the front for Adios Diablo, but right behind him, Lemony Bay and Heroic Royal. On the outside, now moving towards those 3 is Canyon Road, but moving on into the lead, it's Connor Hankin and Lemony Bay taking over at the front. Adios Diablo moves back into second place. Then comes Heroic Royal at the second to last. It's Lemony Bay and Connor Hankin taking the inside line. Canyon Road trying to get him. Adios Diablo trying to get back into the fray on the inside. At the last, it's Lemony Bay and Canyon Road on the inside, coming back again. Adios Diablo, and it's Lemony Bay with the lead. Connor Hankin, a late rush by Mark Beecher on West is Best. West is Best is going to get to him at the wire. West is Best over Lemony Bay with Canyon Road in third. That was awfully exciting from the top. How was it for you?
It was, I just can't describe how wonderful it was. And it was, Mark and Alicia have worked hard for 7 years on this. It didn't happen overnight. So it was really remarkable to see.
Well, I have to say from up top, I wasn't sure it was going to happen at all, but Mark came with a tremendous run.
Yeah, the main part of the race was not looking like today would be the day we'd break our maiden finally, but those last 3 fences and the way he finished made all the difference. So thank you, Mark Beecher.
Last 3 horses coming across the course. And they're off. Dewey Blue grabs the start, goes right to the lead, but he's about to be joined by Touchdown Tony. At the first, it's Dewey Blue, then Touchdown Tony. Behind them is Jeffrey G, then Gusto at Dawn. Any Key as the field dips out of sight along the bottom. Dewey Blue, your early leader. As we wait for the field to come back into sight, and here they are, Dewey Blue still at the front. In second place, Touchdown Tony. On the outside of him is Any Key right behind those two. Gusto at Dawn, then comes Jeffrey G, the nephew. A gap of 5 to Catch the Echo, Great Halo, and your early trailer, Mark Beecher biding his time on Les Chevaliers. As the field continues through the cover, moving at a nice clip, and it's going to be the water fence next. Dewey Blue, your leader. He's going to get there 2 lengths ahead of Touchdown Tony, who's 2 lengths ahead of Any Key in third place. Another gap of 2 on the outside there is the nephew. On the inside, Gusto at Dawn, and then comes Jeffrey G. Another gap of 4, Catch the Echo. Great Halo, another length and a half behind him, and Les Chevaliers marking time at the back by another 3 lengths as the field turns up Pocock Road and gets ready to head back towards the center of the course. Dewey Blue continues on in the lead. Right behind him, Touchdown Tony and Any Key, those two together. And the nephew moves up into 5th place now. A double handful of horse right ahead of Catch the Echo, then Jeffrey G. Another 3-2 to Great Halo, and Les Chevaliers 3.5 lengths behind him as the field's over the stacked fence. Rolls down the hill and back into the cover. Dewey Blue at the front by 1.5. Touchdown Tony in second place. And right next to him is Gusto at Dawn, then a gap of 1 to the nephew. Then Any Key and Jeffrey G jump that one together. Another 2 to Catch the Echo, then another 2 to Great Halo, and Les Chevaliers, unhurried and unworried, is our favorite at the back. Field mounts the testing hill up towards the steward's stand. Dewey Blue and Touchdown Tony. Dewey Blue with the advantage as they head towards the first of the 2 black post and rails. Here in the chute before the steward's stand and getting there first, and he has been there from the drop of the flag. It's Dewey Blue, now Gusto at Dawn, and Benjamin Swope move into second place and move up to challenge for the lead. Right behind them, Jeffrey G and Touchdown Tony. On the far outside is the nephew, staying out of that fray. Then comes Catch the Echo. Any Key, Les Chevaliers now has moved up from the back and is just 10 lengths off the lead as Great Halo becomes the back marker. Board fence next, Dewey Blue with the advantage. Jeffrey G. And now the nephew and Connor Hankin moving up towards the leaders. It's still Dewey Blue, then Jeffrey G. As it appears that Benjamin Swope has pulled up Gusto at Dawn. He's out of it as the field comes back around towards the steward stand again, and Dewey Blue still with the advantage. As Connor Hankin also pulls up the nephew, 2 out of this field. The nephew is pulled up as well, and over this one, it's still Dewey Blue. He's got company from Jeffrey G. He's running in second place right behind them. Here comes Any Key on the outside. Touchdown Tony, Catch the Echo, and Les Chevalier. And Great Halo at the back. Pace increases as they head down Jarrettsville Pike, but it's still Dewey Blue hanging tough with the lead. In second place is Any Key. Just 3/4 of the length behind him is Jeffrey G, then another gap of 2. And here comes Mark Beecher and Les Chevalier. Les Chevalier just 4 lengths off the lead as they're rolling down the pike. Right behind him, Touchdown Tony. Great Halo and Catch the Echo running again, but Dewey Blue clinging to that lead over the stack fence. It's still Dewey Blue. Les Chevalier and Mark Beecher saving the ground on the inside. Jeffrey G just a length off him and trying to come back at the leaders. Making his bid now, it's Mark Beecher on Les Chevalier, taking the lead away from Dewey Blue as they come to the second last. Les Chevalier and Mark Beecher up and over that one first. Trying to come back, though, is Dewey Blue, not giving up the game, and running on late on the far outside is Jeffrey G. And here he comes, Les Chevalier and Mark Beecher, the flashy gray, flying down the lane here at My Lady's Manor, and he's going to take the second division of the John Rush Street Memorial easily. In second place, Dewey Blue, Jeffrey G for third.
Was that as easy as it looked?
It wasn't as easy to hold him. It was nice to be able to let his head go and leave him run over the last 2. So it was super. Julie Gamina has done a fantastic job with him because he's not the easiest to settle. And when I finally let his head go, he winged the last 2 and went on home. So super.
A terrific turbo boost of speed. Picked up the field in no time. 2 races at the Manor. You done for the day? Is that enough?
Done for the day. Going to bed now to rest.
They're all in line. The flag is up. And they're off in our last race of this afternoon. And immediately a duel on the front between Puller on the inside and Getaway Money. Puller gets to the first fence first, but just barely. Just a 3/4 length lead. And L Season in third as they dip down out of sight. A quick sprint to the first. And we can't wait to see who's got the advantage as they come back into sight. And it's Puller. 3 lengths to the good of L Season. In third place, that's Coldwater Spring and Ed McLaughlin, as Conrad Summers and Getaway Money move back into 4th place. As the field heads back through the cover. And the pace is sharp early here in the Schapiro. And the water fence is next. Puller with company, just half a length to the good of Coldwater Spring. In second place, L Season, just another length and a half in third. Then it's a gap of 5 to Conrad Summers and Getaway Money. He is 10 lengths in front of Drift Society, who has a 5-length advantage over Carrick Boy, then another 2.5 lengths. To Sumo Power. Carrick Boy 2 lengths behind him, then another gap of 4 to Chessboard. And all the way at the back is Nation Builder. Up along Pocock Road, now making the turn back towards the center of the course, it's Puller at the front, but has company from Coldwater Spring, and Ed McLaughlin saving the ground on the inside. L Season moving up right next to those two. 2 lengths covers them as they come to the stack fence. Puller, half a length to the good of L Season, who now moves up alongside, and Ed McLaughlin in Coldwater Spring just 2 lengths back there in third. He's got 6 lengths on Conrad Summers and Getaway Money. Then comes Connor Hankin on Drift Society. Carrick Boy and McLean Hendricks right behind him as they went out of sight. And the new leader is L Season and Justin Batoff. As they head for the post and rails and begin to move on up the hill, it's L Season by a length. Puller in second. Coldwater Spring 3 lengths behind those two. And then the rest of the field tightly bunched as they're up and over the first of those 2 post and rails. And at the top of the hill, heading into the chute, towards the steward stand, Justin Batoff and L Season with the advantage. In second place, it's Puller. Right behind Puller, it's Coldwater Spring, but now moving up in between horses, Sumo Power and Getaway Money. Puller with a slight advantage over L Season as they're over the second. Coldwater Spring in third, then Sumo Power running as a team. Carrick Boy and Drift Society, who has 5 lengths on chessboard. Onto the board fence, L Season and Puller. Those 2 duel for the lead as they head back towards Pocock Road. Puller with the advantage. L Season now rating back into second place. Coldwater Spring in third. And Carrick Boy right behind him. Another little 2 lengths to Sumo Power. Then comes Drift Society, another length and a half off him. And it's 6 further lengths back to chessboard as they round the turn and head towards the next post and rail, heading back to the Steward's Tower. Puller at the front here, and Ed McLaughlin, Coldwater Spring went down there. Coldwater Springs out of it, Puller with the lead. Now moving up alongside, it's McLean Hendricks and Carrick Boy. And Puller reasserts herself, and L Season and Justin Batoff are down 2, and then there were 5, and it's Puller at the front. Half a length over Carrick Boy, who now moves alongside to duel with Puller as they head down the pike. Moving up nicely is Drift Society and Connor Hankin, just 2 lengths off the leaders. Then comes Sumo Power, and chessboard only another 3 lengths behind those. As the 5 runners remaining head towards the stack fence. Carrick Boy and McLean Hendricks now between horses. Connor Hankin assumes the lead, taking Drift Society to the front. Drift Society now moving towards the second to last fence. Drift Society on the inside, Carrick Boy on the outside, Puller behind those 2, then Sumo Power. Just the last fence left to go, and it's a duel on the front end. Connor Hankin on the inside on Drift Society. Right with him is McLean Hendricks and Carrick Boy. Those 2 right together at the last, and now it's going to be a dash to the wire. Connor Hankin goes to the whip. McLean Hendricks trying to get back to him, but it's Drift Society with the advantage in mid-stretch. Connor Hankin checks over his shoulder, and McLean Hendricks isn't going to get there in time, as it's going to be Drift Society, your winner, over Carrick Boy in second, Puller in third.